What's happened, you savages? Uncle Joey, Lee Syat here. The Church of What's Happening Now, the new edition, Thursday, the 23rd of January. Without further ado, let's get this party started. Uncle Joey here from Magic Spoon. Listen, if you're an adult but you still want to eat like a kid, Magic Spoon is a total game changer. Magic Spoon cereal tastes just like your old favorites, but with a lot of protein and without the sugar. So Magic Spoon actually fills you up with nostalgic flavors like cocoa, cinnamon roll, and birthday cake. It's got 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of net carbs. Listen, you know me, I like the cocoa flavor. It's chocolatey, it's got some kick to it, and I have it with 2 eggs. So the 14 and the 2 eggs at 7, that's 28. So listen, Magic Spoon has on-the-go treats that taste just like classic cereal bars, so you can snack whatever you want. Do yourself a favor. Get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/church, CHURCH. Or look for Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery. That's magicspoon.com/church for $5 off. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here. Listen, you want to start off 2025 with a bang? Get yourself some Blue Chew and start having sex. Dun, 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 dun. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection enhancers help men get stronger, harder, and longer lasting. That's right. I said erection enhancers. Are you kidding me or what? It's easy and all done online. Just sign up at BlueChew.com, consult your licensed medical provider, and once you're approved, forget about it. You'll get your prescription in days. Even the mailman don't know what he's delivering. And wait till you put that in your wallet. You're out lurking one night, walking your little ugly dog, and you bump into one of these hot chicks that's a sucker for ugly dogs and uglier men. You know what I'm saying? These tablets are made in the USA, and you can take them literally anytime you're ready to get down and dirty. Ooh, kick off a brand new year with the best sex you've ever had. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at Blue Chew. Listen, even if you don't need Blue Chew, you need it. It's that thing you don't need till you need it. You know what I'm saying? And we got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring our podcast.
Welcome back to church!
What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? Uncle Joey here. What's up, dog?
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to be here, man. I'm not going to come out here and be like Jamie Foxx, you know. You're
not going to dance for the first 10 minutes?
No, I'm not going to dance. And it was nothing fucking serious. You know, I just had some issues, but a lot of other shit went on this week.
Okay.
We got a new motherfucking president.
Yes, we
Not
do.
that I'm political, but I watched the inauguration for about 8 minutes, then I got bored. You know? And then I saw all the celebrities, and I'm like, they fucked this shit up too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God. You see Theo Von, his chair broke?
I saw that afterward online.
Right. Oh,
I didn't know
on TV?
Theo was there. I just thought, I was sitting there going, I wonder all those suckers that were going for Kamala Harris, if they invited them, if they would go. They wouldn't give a fuck. They'd walk over Kamala Harris just to be in the spotlight. That's how those people are. They don't give a fuck. They weren't serious. Their lives are still going. Their houses burnt down. They're happy. You know what I'm saying? Their lives are still going. They don't give a fuck. But it's a new week, it's a new president. I can't vote. I'm a felon. I have a felon mind. But sometimes, bro, it's like a new start for you.
You hope, that's as much as upset as a lot of people are, you got to hope that it goes well.
What upset?
A lot of people are really upset.
I know. Somebody told me that a friend of theirs' kids were like fucking traumatized. They had to go to a psychiatrist. When I was 18, all I worried about was crabs, and eating somebody with a yeast infection or something. What am I going to worry about the You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's so weird how priorities and politics have really eaten up into our society. Something that I never saw till about 15 years ago.
It wasn't like, because I think you're right. It seems like that's all, like, it's all people care about. Like, it's their whole identity is being, like, on either side, Republican and Democrat. Like, it's all they care about now.
You know, I have friends that blame their lives on the party they belong to.
Right.
Or the other party. And when I started hearing that, when I moved back, I couldn't fucking tolerate it.
No.
Like, that just wasn't for me. But, you know, it's funny because man, I got a good memory and shit like that, but I can't forget 1 year for the inauguration, which was January 20th, I was going to court that day. Like, tomorrow is probably, tomorrow is like 40-something years from my first pinch. I got pinched in Fort Lee and Cliffside for possession of stolen tools.
How are you celebrating?
I'm not celebrating. I'm not proud of it, but, I have a lot of anniversaries in January and February. But one of the anniversaries was me going to wait for reconsideration.
What's
And
reconsideration?
I can't figure it out, George. I can't figure out the date because I got married 9/9/89. So that means I was out. Nobody got elected in 89.
No. Well, they might have been. They might have been sworn in January.
But there would have still been 90.
No, because the election would have been 88. So January of 89.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. I remember I was going to reconsideration to get out of fucking the halfway house. No, to get out of prison, to get into the halfway house to shorten my sentence. And it was like a 9 o'clock fucking sentence. But when I got there, the TV was on. Everybody was saluting the judge and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they're like, your trial got pushed back to 3 o'clock. I was pissed like a motherfucker. I was like, for what? They're just going to vote him in. It's over.
Yeah, they don't
They
give a
pushed
shit.
it till 3, and then I went in there, and he gave me a break. But by that time, I was going home anyway, so who gave a fuck? But I knew something had happened on Inauguration Day 1 year and shit.
Well, and reconsideration is like they'll let you, like it's almost like a parole hearing?
No, when I got sentenced, he told me 4 to 6 years. But then as I was walking in, he told my attorney to file a reconsideration notice after 90 days. That means he gets it after 120, they review it, and they could either pardon your sentence.
Right.
But with me, I lucked out because Colorado House Rule 1200, 1240, something like that. If you were a violent felon, first-time offenders, nonviolent, got their sentence cut in half right off the bat. So I was looking at 48 months. I was looking at 24 months. I did one in county, and one in county counts as 2 as state. So all I really had to do was 22 months. You're eligible for a halfway house at 18. Me having a high school diploma, having a job at the time of my arrest, took off months.
That's like a word problem. How do you keep track of all that?
I'll never forget it.
I was gonna say if it's you getting out,
And I know now the rules are probably even more stringent. You gotta have Facebook, you gotta have Snapchat.
I mean, that's the whole thing with politics. It's like, and I think that's like the perfect example. I'm sure stuff is changing for a lot of people. Some people it's good, some people not so good. But like life doesn't really change that much, and you're still you're still in prison or you're still going to court. It's not.
Only the seasons change. You know what I'm saying? Like only the fucking seasons change. And if you want your life to change, you have to make a fucking move. But if you're waiting around for a president to come and send you a fucking check, you got problems. And you know what, Lee? From 30 fucking years of experience, I will tell you that there's people, and we each know one. We each know a person that is waiting for the bluebird of happiness to knock on their fucking door.
Yeah.
Whether it's with a lottery ticket, whether it's with, and I was there. I know what it's like to go, look at my debt. There's only 2 ways I'm getting out of that. Killing somebody, taking everything, or hitting the number. Let's be honest.
Right.
At one point in your life, when you're about 30, you're partying, you're down the shore, you're jumping up and down, you're going to Mamma Mia's restaurant in New York. Everything is beautiful. At some point, you're going to look at your life and go, wow, I want to get married. I want to buy a fucking house. I owe 90 grand in credit cards. How am I going to get out of this? And that's any American today that went through the fucking pandemic. How are you going to get out of this? So you got what? 2 ways. Getting a gun, right? That always works, but that don't guarantee any,
Works is a little bit.
You got to get the right mule, you know what I'm saying? Or fucking hitting the lottery or selling your grandmother's fucking house or something,
Dude, because we talked about it, but when we left LA, I went back and I lived with my mom for off and on for about 4 years. And yeah, like 30, whatever I was, it's not exactly like where I thought I was going to be. But I can't imagine if you got in March of 2020, you lost your job and maybe you didn't get one until end of 21, early 22.
Ton of people.
You're fucked.
And they gave out unemployment and they gave out those loans.
But it was $400 a week.
That's $1,600 a month.
Which in New York, it's just enough to be fucking homeless.
I know, but if you're fucking collecting unemployment in New York, I don't know what to tell you. That's why every woman went on OnlyFans.
I don't blame them.
The broads were the smartest ones in the world.
Yeah.
They said, you know what? It's time to show this pussy. Not really. I could show it with a silhouette. I could just show titties. That's it. Look how freedom to win. But I heard that OnlyFans are starting to fuck up women now.
What are they doing?
That. I don't know. They're psychologically falling apart. Some chick fucked 1,000 guys in 12 hours.
Did you see that? 1,000 guys.
I saw her picture on fucking Twitter, and you could tell, everybody had a payday with her in their family tree. Her first fuck was her uncle and his brother.
If you're taking 1,000 dicks in a day,
something went wrong.
A lot of
something
stuff went
wrong, guys. 1,000 dicks. She went into a Burger King. And the black kid's scared. She's scared. That's me. Like some chick comes up and goes, is there some we could go so I can suck your dick? Listen, if you're asking me, it's never going to happen. I got to ask you. I got to pick you up and take you on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? But for a woman to come into a Burger King and say to you, listen, I want to suck your dick and light you on fire, I'm going to take a pass on that for right now. I'm going to finish my chicken sandwich.
Because when you say it now, I'm like, I would do it. But yeah, if you're working, or I don't know if he was working or a customer, but if someone just randomly comes, I'm going to think it's like a scam or like a setup or she has AIDS. Or I don't know if I'd do it either.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems there. There's a lot of thinking there.
Dude, I was
She got AIDS?
Dude, I get scared about everything.
Eat that little monkey with AIDS soup.
AIDS soup?
Yeah, you'll be perfect.
No, I'll be dead. What are you talking about? AIDS? I don't have again. What?
You'll never get COVID again. Look at it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'll be dead in 3 weeks. AIDS soup?
Dog, there's a lot of men living with AIDS right now.
Yeah, Magic Johnson has $1 billion. I don't have $1 billion.
Listen, trust me, there's a lot of men living with AIDS right now. They've come up with vitamins and minerals that'll change your fucking life.
I don't want to take vitamins and minerals.
I didn't say you did. I'm just saying if you don't want COVID, you get AIDS.
Oh my! But dude, when I was in Texas at the end of last year, you can't watch porn. So and I swear to, it was the first time in my life that I paid for porn. I signed up for I did 3 OnlyFans. It was one of the stupidest. First of all, 2 of them were $3 a month. $3, and then but they fuck you because you can't see it. So when you pay the $3, then you got to go in and pay $80 for one picture. But I think I found probably the best. I love our podcast. It's probably the best podcast in the world. It's this dude. It's this porn star and his wife who's a porn star, and they have half an hour where they talk, and they're like, "Hey, how did you get into porn?" And then they just take their clothes off and they fuck on the podcast.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a pretty good podcast. But
it's on the porno sites?
It's on OnlyFans. You have to pay. It was 20. I paid I think it was $20.
But they're married.
The porn stars, yeah, but they fuck everybody.
Oh, so other people come in?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, other porn stars come in and I didn't watch 1 second of the podcast. I fast forwarded it right until they were naked, and then, I can't even imagine. Holy shit! Can you imagine? When we started podcasting, do you ever think there'd be a live couple fucking on the podcast?
Not really, But dog, things are going. The world is in a different fucking place, and I hear. Listen, I like my computer. I've been in trouble all my life. I just want peace.
Right.
You know, I get people who pull me aside and tell me to go here and VPN. I won't do it. Like, I don't want to see the dark side. I've already lived it.
Right.
So for me to go into the dark side now, you go on VPN and buy guns and fucking, you know,
You could buy any. That was one of the guys that Trump.
syringes and all that shit. You know, I don't need that in my life right now. I don't
No.
need some guy knocking on my door and fucking my wife's upstairs. Did you try to buy fucking shoes from Russia or some shit? You know, I just don't need it. The worst thing I've ever done on that computer is order Chinese shirts from a communist country.
What?
Yeah, I ordered those little Cuban Chinese shirts that the Cubans used to wear.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a 3-button Louis cut over here on the sleeve, white silk.
Okay.
Fucking tremendous.
Does it have like a communist thing on it?
No, and then you cut the buttons and you get gold initials, like a real fucking
Oh, shit.
spick, and you get a cigar. And you're like, suck my dick, you know what I'm saying? Mama la pica.
Oh, my God.
That's what Cuban. And meanwhile, the kids are at home crying. They got no food. But this motherfucker is on Bergenland Avenue with 3 fucking initials blasted with diamonds.
Jesus.
But I tried to get those shirts, but I ordered like the biggest Chinese size. Like the biggest, like 6X. Because I just want to try it. I could always order more and I could shrink it. The 6X didn't even get over my head.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I still got the shirts because I don't want to. I paid like fucking $80. So
80. Oh, Jesus Christ.
they're badass. You iron them with fucking starch. Your shit looks fresh. You bust what? The only time Bruce Lee wore one was in Fist of Fury.
Okay, and he wore one of those
He
Cuban
wore
shirts?
One. He wore one.
Fuck. What do you think? Like, and I don't know how old you were in Seattle when you were dating the stripper, but if OnlyFans was around and she's like, listen, I'm going on OnlyFans, I want you to fuck me on OnlyFans, would you have done it at 30? No?
You can't get that back.
Yeah, I know, but you were broke.
Doesn't matter. You can't get that back.
Oh, I agree. I'm not.
You can't get that back. And someday there's just some shit that you have to look at realistically.
Mm-hmm.
I already had enough skeletons in my closet, right? I got the kidnapping. I got this, that, this. You know, I didn't want to. No, I never had any fucking doubts about doing porn. I always thought it was disgusting. Mm-hmm. You know, listen, I do a lot of crazy shit, but there's not one woman that could look at me and go, you sent me a dick pic. Or you sent me a picture of your balls. And there's not one woman that could say that.
Right.
I'll tell you why. Because I would never do that.
It's scary.
Because once your dick is out there, it's out there for good. The Martians got it. You got a drone over your house. You know, once you send that picture to that girl, dog, I had a friend in L.A. She was half retarded. She wasn't the sharpest girl in the world, but she was a sweet girl. And I knew her for like 2 years. She'd always talk to me at comedy shows. She wasn't a comedian. She worked for an agency. And one day she told me that she went on a date with a guy and she started dating him, you know. And she goes, after a while, we started having sex, but he would never bring me home. He would never bring me to his house. It was like his roommate's apartment or something weird. She goes, he moved away. I never heard from him again. And all of a sudden, I got a call one day that I was on a sex site.
No.
Having sex with this guy. And she contacted attorneys. They couldn't get the video off. They were suing people.
Damn.
You know, this is 20 years ago, guys. I don't.
But no, it happens
And that
now.
shit
for
always
sure.
happens.
Yeah.
You know, a girl sends you a picture, you save it, you're in love with her, then one day she blows your brother. You're going to put it on fucking YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You're going to put it on YouTube. You're going to do something stupid.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like I always said, I stole a lot of things in my life, but I never stole a car. Why? Because they got you.
Right.
I can't get out of it. You're in the fucking car. You're not running with the bag and you let it go. You know what I'm saying? That's not mine. You're in the car.
Right.
That's it. You got me. There's no way you could go. All that sex shit, it's you know, and listen, I've always wanted women to be independent.
Okay.
I mean, let's be honest with you. If I was 24 right now and I had a great body and I looked good, I would be on OnlyFans.
Hell
I wouldn't
yeah.
show my dick and balls. It'd be me swinging kettlebells and rubbing fucking orange juice on myself, jumping up and down the YMCA. That's what I'd be doing. I wouldn't be, you know.
Right.
If you want that, there's a $15,000. And that takes that whole thing away. People won't even look at you for that. But there's a lot of chicks. Bro, there's people who buy socks
Yeah.
and snip socks and whack off. There's people who look at your picture and bang one out. For example, I'm in the hospital the other day and Weird Science is on. Anybody remember Weird Science except for George? Weird Science has one of the hottest women of all time, Kelly LeBrock, and that motherfucker. She takes a shower with those two little boys. How many times would I bang my dick out just to the silhouette? I didn't even know what to need what a pussy looked like. I just imagined it was dark with a lot of hair. It's 1983. Where you going? And then she did The Woman in Red. And in The Woman in Red, she shows a pussy. When Gene Wilder knocks on the door, she goes like this. Dog, I had that motherfucker on freeze in Snowmass Village. Banging one out.
Yeah.
On freeze, dog. On freeze.
It's like shaking a little bit. Yeah.
When you were a kid, when we were 18, Tunley Avenue had those porno hotels. And if you went to Channel 9, you could see like a dick crooked because they would send, you had to call the Arab. Hello. Hello, Channel 9, you want this sex package? Yes, I do. And he would put it on, and then, it was even more disgusting, But I never really been, I look at my dick and I go, ugh.
But always?
When I was 21 and 24,
Yeah.
I'd take it out and show it to you. That's the first thing. Hello. Bam! There you go. The Cuban egg roll front and center.
I can't believe you did it on stage.
At the Comedy Store.
That is ball. I'll
Because
do
the
almost
chick
anything on
was
stage.
telling me to take my dick out, and I told the chick, "You want me to take my dick out? Take that little monkey out." And this bitch said, "Done." And I couldn't go backwards after that.
No.
That's how you fail. You gave the lady your word. But in those days, not everybody had a camera, a phone with a camera on it. I did that shit before the phone with the camera.
Oh well, yeah, that makes. But even like, there's something weird about. I'll say anything to anybody on stage. I really will. But I don't think I take my dick out. I don't. Even if every camera was locked up, that's a baller move. That's a lot of confidence.
That was the only time I took it out, like in the hole with cock balls. Bobby Lee was going nuts. Rogan was going nuts. Chewy was going nuts. I was a Friday night at the store. Place was fucking packed, and it was on. And I remember one time I looked at the glass, and everybody was looking through the fucking glass. I'm like, God damn, this is how to rock the fucking Comedy Store. That's the night I got off stage, and some guy comes up to me. Hello, Mr. Diaz. I'm like, how you doing? He's like, I'd like to book you. And I'm like, where? And he goes, I'll have you next Friday in Rotterdam, Saturday in Amsterdam, and fucking Sunday in Birmingham. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, are you serious? He goes, I get you a passport and everything. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He goes, next week. He goes, Monday, call this number. It's on Wilshire. He gave me a fucking money order for $250 or cash. He gave me something. He goes, go down there, put everything in. I'll expedite it. You'll be in fucking, by Thursday, I got to Kennedy Airport. And I went. And the dude was Spanish or something. And I started talking to him and her about Puerto Rico or some shit. And the chick looked at him and they looked at each other. And she said, can I talk to you for a minute? She goes, if I process you, somewhere along the line, you're going to get stopped. And they're going to bring you back against their terms or hold you. There was a loop with my visa at the time. I didn't have a visa. This guy got me one of those quick fucking, at that time a visa was $10. So
right.
If you gave him $300, they give it to you that day. It's 300 times profit. The guy goes, if I put you through there, he goes, I don't know what's going on. They're going to flag you. He goes, you're going to get through me, but I don't want you to get flagged in fucking Austria.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, throw this away. And I just walked back and
Damn.
I took that flight from all the way, because there's another airline there's another airport in Long Island, not just Kennedy, all the way at the tip that Southwest flies out of.
Oh, yeah. Islip or something?
It's Islip.
Islip?
So I had to take fucking Southwest from there. That's the tip of the other side of the earth.
Oh.
That's like an extra hour to that flight. I think if you take that flight from Islip to fucking California, it's 3 stops.
3?
I think so.
And you didn't have a phone to call the guy who booked you, I would imagine.
No, I had a pager in those days. That's all you need. You know what I'm saying? You don't need my number. Just page me.
Holy shit.
It was a fucking nightmare. But, hey, listen, I got out of it. I wouldn't want to, who knows? I would have been in Austria fucking doing comedy like Arnold and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I just saw a clip today. Gary Owen He put up. He had a story that he filed for divorce in Ohio, and his wife filed in California, and he was doing a show in Florida, and his lawyer called him and was like, "You got to cancel your second show. You're about to get served, and if they serve you, your divorce is going to happen in California, and it's a 50-50 state." It's crazy, like, to cancel a show because that process server is going to come. Did you ever get? No one ever fucked with you at a show? Like, no.
Early on, when I first got into comedy, I owed every credit card. I would get to a fucking club. Like, I'd get to Comedy Works for the open mic on Tuesdays.
Right.
And they come to me and go, "Oh, you got a phone call." I'm like, "Fucking HBO." And it was a 1-800 number. And I called back, they're like, "Hi, Discover card."
No.
I'm like, holy shit. Anywhere I would go, at one point, the phone would ring from a creditor when you got there. That's how scary my life got, dog.
And you weren't even putting stuff up online then. So there was no online back then. So how did they find you?
Dog, I don't know.
Holy shit.
I don't know. It was fucking crazy. When I first went AWOL on the cards after I got divorced, for like a year, they didn't stop. And I didn't stop either. You know, once they started playing hardball, I started playing hardball.
How do you play hardball with Visa?
All of them. Discover, Amex, Visa at the time. I just started doing, you know, like, I had those Discover checks in my drawer. In the 90s, Discover sent you a card for $500, but they also wrote you 3 blank checks.
Right.
That you could use those motherfuckers, you know, towards that $500.
Okay.
So one night, that account was closed. And I just took a check and went to the bank for $1,000. I put it in there, and the lady came and said, "Oh, how do you want your money?" 20s.
Jesus. And
I couldn't believe she gave it to me on a Saturday night at 11 o'clock at night. Boulder was open 24 fucking hours, that bank, on 30th Street. Let me tell you what else happened at that fucking bank. I took the money, I got high, I did whatever, I lived like a doctor on Sunday. Monday morning, 9:01, they paid me. And they said, "Bring your car in. We're gonna repo it, and you better have that money by 3 o'clock when the bank closes, or they're gonna press charges." I couldn't get the $1,000, so the lady worked out a fucking deal where the Discover loan got tagged on to my bank loan for the car. I had an Acura at the time, an Integra. Mm-hmm. That's the same bank. Like in 1995, some motherfucker took, what are those things they put down? Those cones?
Okay.
He put down cones in all the lanes in Boulder, the smartest city in the world. He put lanes down. He goes, "The tellers are not working. Leave your deposit in the box." You can't believe how many people left their deposit in the box.
You kind of deserve it at that point.
Yeah, it's felony stupid, you know. It's felony stupid.
Leave it to... And, dude, like, I can't even imagine what the difference is. Like, do you feel like... Is that why you don't get stressed about stuff a lot? Because I can't imagine the stress you had back then, writing fake check or whatever, and then now... Like,
I never wrote a fake check.
Not a fake check. You just went
back up on that one a little bit. I had to think on that one. I wasn't a fake checker, but I had written, you know, checks like when you have $22 on your account,
right?
And you write one for $8,000, you know, shit like that.
Right.
You know, not even close.
Like that, but then also like the credit card debt you had, like to have, and we were talking about it at the beginning, like to have debt like that. I've been, there were times where I was broke, but I was very lucky. The most I ever got was a couple thousand in credit card debt. I can't imagine having 50,000. Like, I can't imagine the stress it puts on you.
Dog, how many people? I mean, we have a mutual friend. What were her student loan payments a month?
Oh shit, was it like 1,000 or so?
No, the Mexican.
Oh Jesus.
Remember, you had a number. You were concerned if something ever happened.
It was like 1,000. It was a lot. I forget now, but it was like
$1,400 a month.
Jesus.
The Mexican chick.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Yeah,
You
no,
have teeth.
I remember.
Okay. You know, I mean, it's $1,400 is your first payment every month. Before rent, before car, insurance. $1,400 to a person who's 24 years old, 25, right. 26. That's fucking stress, guys. But again, her first year salary is going to be 140. Okay, but still,
But that's not.
It was 10 years. Remember, it was a long sentence. It wasn't one of these 3-year, 24-month.
No, it's like longer than that.
9% APR. You know what I'm saying?
Remember, we had towards the end of the LA podcast, we had someone come on, and she was brand new to LA, and she had like a Mercedes for like $900 a month.
$900 a month.
Oh, dude.
$900 a month. You know, and again, you look at somebody, and I understand you have to have some type of image, but you know what? I'd rather eat and snort
Yeah.
blow and show up
Holy
on a
shit.
fucking scooter. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather show up with a little Chinese guy. I'm whipping him than fucking show up with that, and I'm living like a fucking pauper. I'm hiding from the landlord. And that's a lot of people will do that. Listen, I was in Los Angeles for a long time, and I saw so many people that had 6-figure cars. And I'm like, but those people disappeared in 9 months. You never saw them again. Something always happened. The mother died. They had to go back. You know, they just disappeared.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of people that were just trying to set up shop and be big shots. They'll take their whole credit card, go buy a couple of Armani suits, some shoes, and that's how they'll play it. They'll rent the house and tell you they own it.
Right.
Up in Malibu or whatever. Well, there's nothing left. I mean, I'm sorry to say that.
Now you know they're lying for sure.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They'll
Oh,
go
yeah,
up in the
100%.
Hollywood Hills. They'll rent the house. It's $29,000 a month. I mean, my buddy was renting a house 3 blocks from me for $10,000 a month. $10,000 a month. Nice house, but he had no furniture. You walk in there was a table, and that's it. And a TV and a couch. $10,000 a month.
Fuck.
If you want to pay it, they'll take your money. You can live just like Tony Montana. You can have the exact same house like fucking Tony. It's amazing. You know it.
Yeah.
You saw it. You could just move to LA and play the role. That's it. Havana Productions. How you doing, Joey Diaz? Havana Productions. I'm thinking of doing an 8-part series on the Spanish-American influence. The fuck out of here.
Yeah.
The fuck do you know?
And
those motherfuckers piss me off, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because they always fuck with people when they're most vulnerable. And that's why I've always hated those people. I've done a lot of bad shit, okay? But I don't fuck with people's talent. I know what it feels like when you're fucking not eating for 3 days and some motherfucker bumps into you and says, I can make you a star. And you're like, really? I just want a steak sandwich. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need is a steak sandwich and a little bag of fries. Give me a fucking gram of blow, and you won't hear from me for a week. That's all I needed.
Right.
You know, but there's people who come up to you and they fucking like, I'm going to do this for you, and then you realize, like, this guy's a fucking bum. Like, and it continues in L.A., and it continues in New York. You're always going to bump into those people that come in with a bullshit story. I used to work for this guy. I want to help you. And you're sitting there and you're vulnerable and you go, you know what? Let me do some work with this guy. And he takes you into a deeper hole of depression.
Oh, and I love it because because of you. And I'd like to think I'm not the most retarded person, but like I was at an open mic this week and this dude was there and he had like 8 jackets on, a bunch of scarves, and he was like, hey, do you want to be in my documentary? And the people were saying yes, and I looked at his phone. He was filming it A on his phone. B, he wasn't even on their face. He was just on their shoulder. Like there's people who are just crazy, and I think it's like we want it so bad that we're willing anything that we can do to go viral or to like. That's
because we're vulnerable. We're hungry. We want what our friends want. You know, it looks nice on paper. You know, dog. I get this once a month on Instagram, like how to become famous. Like people actually go out of their way and say them. I just look at them. You know that you have like those things on Instagram of people that are your friends, and every once in a while you slide it over, and it's a bunch of people you don't know.
the messages.
You got to read those messages. They're not good. Those things are not good.
Dude, I had this guy, and I'm sure it happens to you all the time. There was this one dude who on like every money platform was sending me like requests like on a daily basis. Like I don't know what kind of money people think I have. I'm not doing bad, but I don't have give random people money kind of money. And this dude and I asked a couple comics like who I was opening for, and like, oh yeah, I get that same guy. Like it's just every day a message on a different app.
It's a crazy world, the internet. We're gonna take a breather real quick. Talk to you about BetterHelp, about DraftKings, the Super Bowl, NBA. We got it all. We'll be right back. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey for BetterHelp. As a matter of fact, this episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Listen, I'm sure you're like everybody else. You have huge goals for 2025, and you need some help reaching them. BetterHelp is your answer. BetterHelp's online therapy is affordable, convenient, and you'll get access to a network of over 30,000 therapists with a huge range of specialties, whether you're working through struggles with your career, your kids, your family, self-esteem, or being a mook like Uncle Joey. BetterHelp's therapists can get you on the right track like they did with me. Listen, I was with BetterHelp for about 6, 7, 8 months. They were tremendous. They spoke to me. They gave me exercises to do to calm myself down. My anxiety's been cut in half ever since. And let's say you don't like your therapist, you could switch it for free, just with a click of a button. Make 2025 the year you get into therapy and change your life for the better. Write your story write your story with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Diaz, D-I-A-Z. Today, I'm going to get you 10% off. 10% off. 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/Diaz. Hey, look at you savages. Uncle Joe here to talk to you about DraftKings. Listen, sports are exciting by themselves, but you're getting ready to kick things up a notch with DraftKings. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, they're ready to take that game day to the next level. Ready to place your first bet? Come on now, let's take a chance. Columbus did. Try throwing down on some cash on something simple, like what player you think will score a touchdown. Even I hit that last week. Anybody can hit that. Then head to DraftKings Sportsbook app to lock in your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's an awesome way to kick off the football season, your first time, and 2025. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Joey, Joey. That's code Joey, Joey, for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you just bet $5. It's that easy. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook, where the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
We're back, you savages. Another interesting thing that happened this week was, and again, I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. I was just hoping to get a fucking reaction out of you cocksuckers. The hostages got free, only 3, but it starts with 3, right?
That's all that got out is 3.
I think
You're my Israeli news.
They got the 3, and then we gave them 36 soldiers or something like that. I don't know. I was too busy with my own dilemmas. So, New Year's came and went. I got to be honest with you guys. If you guys know me, like, I was excited about the holidays this year. Honest to God. You know, I was in L.A. all those years for the holidays. I came back here. The first year was kind of quiet. Then the next year was just us. Then the following years when I came back from Nashville, and I spent it by myself. My wife was mad at me for 3 weeks. And then I was looking forward to this year. My nieces were coming. You know, I was going to try to fucking have a great holiday. So starting like October, I was like, fuck it. It's the holiday.
October for starting Halloween?
Yeah, and I started, you know, talking to Funk Factory Farms, and they started sending me those death mushrooms. And I'm like, God damn. I went from eating 2 stems to 3 to 4.
When did you eat 2 stems?
You know. And, you know, listen, guys, I was just having a good time. blowing off steam. I was having a great time doing stand-up. You know, I was still eating a bag of dicks from time to time, but at least I was out there. It's better than me. But I had a lot on my fucking coconut. Like, I just had a lot about dates and what I wanted to do and this, and I'm like, you know. And I have, you know, Osteria's by my house, which I love that place. I could always eat a handful of mushrooms and just sit at the bar and laugh my ass off there, which I was doing a lot of nights. You know, and that's what I would do. I would just fucking grab a handful, sprinkle it on a pizza, fucking eat the pizza. I'd go see my little Arab friend over at the fucking pizza place at Carlos, the girl. I love her. She'd give me a cheese slice. I put like 6 grams of mushroom in it and eat the pizza right in front of her. She'd just shake her head. And then I'd drive around till the mushroom hit me. You know what I'm saying? It's a loud fucking music. That's my world. And that's what I was doing. Then I'd go to Osteria and giggle. And then by the time I got home, the house was alive. At least I'd be home alive. So when I got home, I made Terry get up. Come on, let's go. Goof around with her, make Mercy come down. So I was just in a better fucking mood, guys, you know? But if you know anything about Uncle Joey, he just went deep into the milk. I just was going deep. And I went deep straight till fucking New Year's. Straight. Like I would take 3 days off the shrooms and then go 2 days and they take 4 days off. But those 2 days, I was eating 12 or 13 or 14 grams. This wasn't no hoop-de-doop motherfucker.
Let's be honest. You have no idea how much you were eating because you were just going by handful.
We just eat by sound. Because I like that euphoria when it first hits you. You know, that's what everybody likes about getting high. The euphoria, whether it's you know, whatever the fuck you're doing, you're going to get fucking high. So that euphoria, you know, later on with the mushrooms, I would take them to keep up. And it's like reefer. I need that first. So let me eat 14 grams up front so I don't go that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like
For those of you asking, 1 gram is like one. I would take 2 to 2.5, maybe 3, and I'd have I would be fucked up. 14. That's a.
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Doesn't fucking matter. All right. You know, and it was like.
All right.
It's just a number, motherfucker. So, it's just a number.
Okay.
So it's just weird. Like I started feeling shitty on the 3rd. The 3rd, it was the first was a Thursday. Friday was the 2nd. That 3rd, I remember going, everything caught up with me. I was done. I hadn't been smoking. I was like, something's wrong with my chest. And then Sunday, I didn't feel good. Then Monday, I woke up sick. Tuesday, I was sick. And Wednesday was Mercy's birthday. And I finally went to the doctor, and he goes, I think you should fucking go to the hospital. But they gave me a couple treatments of the albuterol, and I felt better. But it was just a Band-Aid.
Right.
Like when I got outside, once you go outside and the air was cold, it would just lock me up, guys. It would just lock me up like it would anybody, you know? So that Thursday I woke up and I was like, I could do this. And then we had a Villa on that Monday. Mm-hmm. And then the Tuesday was the open mic.
Right, and you were okay-ish.
And I was the open, no.
No?
No.
Because I remember at the open mic, you said you weren't feeling good, but you went up.
What's that?
You went up and...
No, I got there. I was closing the show, so I didn't want to cancel, so I went down there. But I noticed it after 5 minutes that I started sweating profusely.
Yeah, you did say that after you got off stage.
And I did not sweat like that since my cocaine days. Not that I would do coke before I went on stage, but I would...
Sweat.
Not do coke before I went on stage. If I did coke the night before, that night, even if I went on stage 11:45, it could be freezing out, and I'd break into a sweat. And that's how you knew I was doing coke the night before. I always sweat in that show. So when I got on that stage, and after 4 or 5 minutes, I could feel sweat dripping down my back. Mm-hmm. There's one thing to get a little sweat over here, but when you feel it, and then my breathing started getting elevated when I was up there. And I had the bag of mushrooms.
Yes, you did.
Because I did feel good when I left the house. Thank God I didn't eat them. Because once I got off stage, I'm like, this is done. My back, I could feel the wrist, my shirt was wet in the back. And the fucking sweatshirt was drenched around here. I'm like, no bueno.
And you didn't even do an hour. You did like, what, 20, 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Yeah.
I went home. And the next morning, it was no fucking good. I went to get coffee, and my daughter came around and goes, "What's going on?" I couldn't fucking breathe. I was just hanging by the sink, and I had to pee, and I couldn't make it to the bathroom, so I just went on my back porch and took my dick out behind the barbecue like a savage. It's fucking squirting. I'm almost fainting, you know.
At least you made it to the porch. I thought you were going to say you peed on the floor.
Nah, then Mercy went to school, and I told my wife, let's go. And I was going to go to Center State in Freehold.
Right.
And then a friend of mine called me. She goes, if you think it's your heart, shoot to Neptune.
Because you had to cancel a show Wednesday night, too. Yeah.
Wednesday night, I got dressed. Like at 3, I knew I'm not feeling good. But if I rest a little bit, the drive up will be easy. The drive back will be easy. It'll be I'll do 35 minutes. All these gorillas are up there anyway. I go, I could do it. I felt good. I ate a little something. I went in the shower. When I was in the shower, I'm like, this is going to be a motherfucker. I went downstairs, started the car, and when I went outside in the cold air, it was cold that night.
Yeah,
When I went outside, when I came in, my wife's like, why are you sitting down? And she looked at me, she's like, oh, no, you're in no. I couldn't fucking breathe. I walked in the car, inside, something I do every goddamn day, 10 times a day.
And there's no stairs and no nothing?
No, there was no stairs. I just couldn't breathe, guys. So I said, tomorrow if I feel this way, I'm going in. I did. And when I went in there, dog, my blood pressure was 190 over 130.
Whew.
My pulse was fucking done. In fact, they took my vitals and rushed me to get an EKG. My oxygen level was 88.
I thought it was even lower than that's crazy.
They took me, they said, you're admitted. They took me into the hallway. They put a fucking boop in my arm, IV.
Yeah.
They started blasting away, fucking shooting this in me, this in me, this in me. Then they got me a room. And then my wife was there with me for a little while. And then fucking Lee showed up with fucking goodies. Was Scarface on when you were there?
No, what was on? No, Scarface wasn't on. That was fucked up because you were the TV. No, it was Remember the Titans. When I was there.
That's a good football movie.
That was a good movie.
You
but
see that?
It was
a good movie.
Fucked up because the sound was coming out of the remote.
So you left me the speakers.
I tried to, yeah.
From the airlines, and those speakers, it's like getting an iPhone. Listen, that iPhone, no, it's like when you're born, God knows when you're going to die. Only him. The iPhone, when you buy it, there's a date inside when it's going to die, okay? Airline speakers, they have a date too. They just dead. Like in the middle of the movie, that's it. I'm trying to put it back. I'm trying to fix this thing because I had them on. You put it at the edge of the thing. It was Return of the Titans. Then you left. And then I was down there for maybe 2 other hours, but people were coming in and talking to me.
Yeah.
Like all the doctors, I was talking to them and shit. So next thing you know, like, we're trying to find you a room. Dog, when I went out, so I would go in the hallway to walk around. I had to sit right back down. And there were people all out in the hallways.
Yeah,
At
that's
least
scary.
I had a room. These old people out there. Ugh. There was a lady who kept saying, hello, hello, hello.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Hello, hello. Dog, she said hello for 3 hours straight. You understand me? Dude. I thought I was like in the fucking Criminal Hall of Fame. Hello, 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 hello.
Dude, ER's a scary. I was someone else that I know was in the ER last week, and then you were. It is. I'm very happy that I've been healthy because they literally will put a bed in front of another bed in the hallway. We don't have anything. You don't have anywhere to plug in your phone, like to even look at anything, and like they're just walking around. The ER is a scary place. The room you had was a lot better.
Well, that was a room in the ER.
Right.
You know, so I was still downstairs amongst the animals. You know, I ate, Lee left, and then they brought me up around 10. And it was a 2-man room. And that guy was crumpled up, making weird noises. They put me in the corner, in the window side. At least I had a window, a view. I had my own TV. The room was cut in half, and I had my own bathroom. He had his own bathroom. About 2 o'clock, I'm like, I'm going to fall. I didn't bring my sleep apnea machine. So they brought me one of their machines, which was basically a ventilator. It sounded like a fucking car engine.
Oh no.
You know, and I couldn't. What fucking number are you? I don't know. What? No, I don't know. He's a fucking car engine. So all night I'm about to fucking take off with that mask on. About 3, dog, I started getting depressed. I woke Terry up and I gotta go home. I've been here for fucking 15 hours. Nobody knows dick. They already took blood out of me from everywhere.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom. And she's like, don't leave. And I got the nurse and I go, listen, I'm thinking of fucking Ubering. I contacted Uber. They said, we got an Uber there in 7 minutes. You'll be home by 5:03 or something. And my wife called back and she was really upset. She goes, you got to stay, dog. What the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
And I agreed. I sat there. At 6, I was fucking starving. So they gave me some cereal and shit like that. And then at 9, breakfast came. Now, the guy next to me, as much as I wanted to leave, I'm like, I'm going to give these motherfuckers till about 3. You know? The guy next to me was complaining. And that some doctor came in first thing in the morning and told him if everything went right, he could go home. Once they tell you that fucks you up.
Right.
Every time somebody came in to talk to that guy after that, he kept saying, yeah, but the first doctor said I could fucking leave. This went on for about 2 or 3 hours with this guy. I went down to test to do some type of test. And when I came back, they let the guy out. He didn't make it to the elevator. Once they discharge you, you got to start in the basement again. They put him right back in the basement.
So he forced his way out and he fucking fell at the elevator?
He fell and he fucking didn't make it, and now he was getting surgery. You know what? And I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit right here like I own this motherfucker.
I was gonna say, because
There's nowhere to go. I had no weed, but I had a backpack. And I went to get a pen, and what was in there? One single mushroom stem. I looked at it. It was one long one with a little cap, and I go, how do I do this? I just put it right back in there. It's still in the bag. It's my lucky mushroom stem.
Thank God.
And when my wife came, she goes, I brought your shaving kit. And when I opened the shaving kit, I had edibles in there.
Oh, shit.
And right away, I'm like, I'm going to do edibles. But I was like, I'm going to do this right. Let me do this and do this right and get this over with. And then I had another roommate, and I started talking to him. And he turned out to be a fucking savage, this guy from Vietnam. And the next morning, like when he came in, I go, they gave me cereal. If you want cereal, and he goes, yeah, but I can't move. I go, I'll get it for you. I got him cereal and cranberry juice and shit. But then that afternoon, they moved me to my own room. And I tell you, the nurses were great. Dog, I'm scared of my own shadow. When it comes to hospitals and doctors, dog, it is a fucking nightmare for a guy like me. They gave me 10 shots just in this arm. If I show you my arm, it's just bruised up over here from the fucking the blood clot.
Oh, no.
So I wouldn't have got a blood clot. Thank God. That's why I walked every hour in the hour. Because you're sitting there all day. I wouldn't even lay in the bed. I would sit in a chair and read. I was reading a fucking book. But I would walk every hour on the hour. And sometimes they'd make me walk with the oxygen on my finger. And it would show them. My fingerprints are gone. If I was ever going to be a burglar, this is the fucking week. Because they came up every fucking hour and took blood out of each finger. I swear to God, they took so much blood out of this finger, it was out of blood. Like the fucking Filipino nurse. They had to send the head nurse, Carmelita. I loved her to death. And she's like, you have no blood, Mr. Diaz. I go, yeah. Because they've taken every fucking ventricle. Whatever. So they started on this hand, this. I still can't feel my fucking things. No wonder people get diabetes. Look at my fingers, how hard they are. They look like little sausages and shit. Because I regrew skin like a motherfucker. I swear to God. They shot me with fucking needles. And that was twice a day. That heparin, whatever the fuck. That was twice a day. Do you want me to tell you it hurt? No, it didn't hurt. The fucking worst pain I got was when I first checked in. She goes, I'm going to take some blood. I didn't expect for it to hurt me. But she was putting an IV in. So it took me a little deeper. But I was okay. I didn't pass out. But I had some fucking adventures in there with the needles. I really did because I have rolling veins. So they can't. I got good veins, but they roll. So when you stick a needle, they disappear. So the first night, they tried 5 different fucking IVs on me. How I didn't snap, I don't know.
I was gonna say, because people were checking in with me, and at first I didn't know what you wanted me to say, and then when I could tell a few people what I said, because some people are like, how mad is he? I'm like, you know what? Though I will say the Thursday when I was there the first time, you did say you had a couple 50s to try to bribe your way out of there.
I showed up with 800. I had fucking money stashed, and I fucking took it all. And I went down, I had like $600 bills. 2 of those hundreds will get me anywhere in this country. You understand me? So I always knew I had an out. I always knew if things got dangerous, somebody give me a ride home for the small 200.
But you handled it pretty well. I
had no choice. Every once in a while I got to come to terms with what's going on.
Right.
Because what's worse? You ever try going to the doctor nowadays, guy? Okay.
It's impossible.
Your piss hurts. You got to go to your main doctor. That's a small 50. You got to drive the morning, and then you got to go to your now you got to set up an appointment with this douchebag, and now your emails are going off because are you checking in for your appointment next Thursday? It's next Thursday. You know what I'm saying? They fucking torture the fuck out of you.
But even that, if you were sick today, you couldn't probably get into your regular doctor for a month.
And guess what?
What?
For 3 fucking months, I couldn't get into my regular doctor. On the drive up here today, she called. Oops. We have an appointment tomorrow, 11:30. Can you fucking believe that? I couldn't get in there for 8 fucking months. Now all of a sudden, they're calling me to tell me I fucking got an appointment at 11:30 tomorrow morning. So this is the weirdest thing about the medical fucking field. But the craziest event I had, guys, was, okay, so they did a bunch of x-rays, they did a bunch of tests, they took a bunch of blood. They were taking 3 to 4 tubes a day of blood. First thing in the morning, needle in the vein with the fucking leg. And I see your mother.
What's the leg?
I don't know. It's like an air pump, and it fills up 3 tubes without you knowing.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. I don't look. So after the dude says this to me on Friday, he goes, listen, Joey, we got one test we're going to give you. And what they do is they slit your wrist, and they put this up your wrist, and it goes into your heart. And if you need a stent or a balloon, it does it right on the spot. And he goes, but it could cause a stroke. It could do this. It could do that. I said, listen, let's just fucking do this shit, right? Okay. So Monday comes, and they're going to do this test on me. It's supposed to be at like 9, maybe 10 o'clock. They're like, you can't eat after midnight. And I'm like, that's not going to work. That's if I'm going to see you at 7 for blood. But if you're going to take me somewhere at 7 and not feed me, so I got up at 5, and I had 2 boxes of Rice Krispies and an apple or something in a fruit bowl, right, just to fill me up a little bit. And then sure enough, they didn't come get me till 10 o'clock. So I was prepared. At least I wouldn't go insane.
Right.
When I get down 10, they're like, oh, you're not even going in for another hour. The guy's still in front of you, and they got to clean the room. So I knew I was fucking prepared. But in the meanwhile, they came over to me, and they go, you know exactly what you're going to do? And I'm like, not really. And they're like, all right, we'll break it down for you. We're going to take you in there. Hold on. All right, so we're going to take you in there. They're going to put the thing in your arm. It's going to go through your heart. They're going to fix it. If it's non-fixable, if there's nothing going on, we won't do nothing. But if there is going on and it's not the balloon and the stent, we're on the wire with a heart doctor, a whole team, and we decide what we're going to do with you then. If we're going to continue to surge. And I go, you guys didn't tell me about this third option. It was a balloon, and that's it. All of a sudden, you're thrown, what's behind door number 3? You know what I'm saying?
Open heart surgery? Like legit?
Nah, they was going to do something else. They have to do something. The guy's name was Dr. Gerges. He was great. He was fucking great. His assistant was telling me this, right? So he goes, they go through your wrist. And if for some reason they can't, they go through your nut, whatever, through the groin. I go, okay, no problem. When this guy leaves, this little Salvadorian lady comes in. Hello, Mr. Diaz. And she's like, I'm going to get you ready for surgery. She starts shaving my arm. And all of a sudden she goes, okay, put a towel between your legs. I'm going to... I go, no. Right? I go, no. They're doing the wrist. She goes, but just in case, we have to do that. I don't want to come back in and shave hair and go everywhere. And I'm like, So she put a little towel on me like The Rock. I was just laying there and just shaved the side. She put a little powder. She wiped it down with some Malukia juice. Ooh, you have rash. I was never so fucking embarrassed. 62 years old. This lady is shaving around my nutsack. Thank God I took a shower that morning and she didn't get a dose of that morning nut. You know what I'm saying?
The
left
morning
one.
nut.
Oh, that morning nut. We all take a whiff of it in the morning.
I love it.
Before you serve it up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta whip them up. So I fucking go in there, right? The room is freezing. Just how I like it. They fucking, wheel over onto a table. They're talking to you. A ton of shit's going on. I'm having a good time, guys. I'm like, at least he's gonna get it over with. I get this shit over with, man. It might hurt. People said the arm's gonna hurt for a few days. Nothing. Motherfucker. When they did whatever to my wrist, because I already had an IV in here. So they put the drugs in there. They go, we're gonna get you high. You're not gonna be singing. You're not going to be sleeping, but you have to, in case we tell you got to breathe and stuff. And when I heard him say, we shot him 65 fentanyl, I go, no. I go, listen, because after 5 minutes, I didn't feel nothing. I'm like, guys, I got a high tolerance. You better hit me with another shot. So they gave me 25 more milligrams of fentanyl. And then I started feeling little bots. Whatever they put into my wrist, dog, made my leg pop up. That was sharp. I was like, oh! And then it just went away. And then they did whatever procedure they did. I heard beep, beep, and I saw lights and shit. And I saw Lee dancing at Hudson County Park with a tuxedo on.
Oh, that's nice.
And all of a sudden they go, it's over. It was like 20 minutes. So he goes out. They're all talking in there. And this motherfucker comes back with that mask. Like when they went to give Carmella bad news, we don't know if Tony's going to make it. I got depressed. Like I was like, fuck. And he walked up to me and goes, Mr. Diaz, I don't know what to tell you. We couldn't find anything. The first thing that came to my mind was 27 years of doing cocaine, and you're trying to tell me it was for nothing? Like I didn't come out with a stench, nothing, like a fucking coke rock in the vein. He goes, everything is cleaned out. And I was thinking about the hills of North Bergen. Every time you got to walk those things, your heart would fucking pump out. We're like boxers. You ever see a boxer, he's all fucked up, he can barely talk. He's alive. Because everything else is dead, but his heart's still fucking going.
Jesus.
So that's the only excuse. I mean, I was like, Doc, are you fucking serious? He goes, I can't. He goes, your calcium score is like fucking 100.
And that's good.
That's good. He goes, hey, your heart's strong for a 62-year-old guy. I didn't tell him about the blow or nothing like that. The Malukia juice and everything else.
Were you, because I know you said you were nervous.
I was
but
depressed. I got fucking depressed for a minute. I was like, what the fuck? So all this time, because I took the first vaccine, but it was Johnson & Johnson. It was the Phanomic vaccine. It was the one they give to little boys and girls.
I forgot you took that one.
Yeah, I took the Johnson & Johnson in Union City. God knows what was in there. You know what I'm saying? So I was always concerned about my heart. I always had palpitations. They put a heart thing on me 2 years ago for a week, for 10 days. I had a heart monitor on me. And I went back expecting the worst news. They're like, sorry, nothing's wrong with you. So I'm cleared that way. Then the next morning they gave me the thing for my lungs.
Okay.
And I'm still waiting on that, and I'm waiting on the last blood test they gave me. So I'll get the results tomorrow for that, and they'll follow me up next week. I feel good. The doctors don't want me to do shit till February, second week of February. So I still got Philly on the books. They're trying to move Jersey City on Wednesday night. And that's it. I slugged, I've been out of the hospital for 2 days, and I feel a little sluggish, but I'm good. I got to make it up here today, and I know this is going to be like a little process.
Right.
But I'll tell you, man, and I'm going to tell a lot of people, I'm going to tell my brother George, the doctor was telling me, not the doctor, this other guy that would come in and talk to you about contagious diseases. It was an interesting chit-chat I had with him the one night. He goes, you guys got to remember. And I go, he goes, my father did it. He goes, after 55, the flu is completely different. He goes, after you turn 55, 56, the flu is completely different. He goes, when you were a kid, you could have the fever and then still have the flu, and your fever goes away, and you can go out and throw snowballs and shit. Do that shit when you're your age now. He goes, you'll end up in the fucking hospital. And let me tell you something, guys. Even when I was in the ER, I would walk around. I was taking 5 steps to the shot, and I'd have to hold on to the fucking thing. I was listening to those people. They were all there for shortness of breath. All of them. And they were all, they were older people, man. So he told, and I'm not the type of guy that's going to sit here. I feel so young. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I know I'm 62. I don't feel it. But that's what kills you, that you don't feel it. So you still do things that you think when you were 30. And I don't do a lot. Like, I know I can't go, like, you don't see me going, let me fight Mike Tyson. And that's not happening. Even though he just bought a new house in fucking Florida with 18 bedrooms. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's things you could do and there's things you can't do. But I didn't know the flu was that serious for as you get older. And I'm cool with it now. Like, now I'll respect it. So I'm doing this podcast tonight, and I'm pretty much in the next 3 or 4 days, just relaxing. This morning I woke up and go, I can't wait to go box tomorrow. Shit. When I woke up this morning, I knew I wasn't doing much. I was like, I don't even think I'll make it to the fucking podcast.
Fuck.
But throughout the day, I felt better. I went and got a hairdo just to put some whatever in my life and get out of the house and breathe. So I want to thank for people who left the notes and for you guys for having my back and shit.
Of course, dude.
It goes down, man. But, you're not young anymore. And you guys know I'm not over here trying to put makeup on and fingers and try to be,
fingers?
Those people that put rings on like Keith Richards. The older they get, the creepier they get to be young. And you're like, knock it off. Just be fucking old and accept it.
Right.
But, you learn and you have to accept that you're a certain age. It's a big difference being 45 and 25.
Because I know you said you were scared or depressed when the doctor came in after they checked your heart. You didn't seem, if you weren't feeling well, but you didn't seem like scared. Were you scared when you went into the hospital?
Yes. When I walked in that day, I had some, I had some moments. I had some moments for about a week of just doing shit I would do. Think of doing shit every day. You do the same thing. You grab a slice of pizza, the phone's over there, right? You come over here, you get a slice, the phone rings. You're like, God damn it. You run to the fucking phone. You do that 20 times a day. I would do that and almost die. Like, I'd be on my one leg, fucking drinking the albuterol. That's no way to live.
No.
I couldn't make it upstairs. The one night I peed 3 times and I had to walk from my bedroom to the kitchen just to make coffee. While I was making coffee, every movement I would do would stress me out so much that I have to run outside in the balcony and piss and run back in.
Damn.
So it was fucking like, I can't breathe. I went to the gym last Monday. I did about 8 minutes on the bike. And then I put the lightest weight on, and I tried to just do pulls and shit like that. 3 minutes I lasted. The next day, I went back to the gym, and I lasted about 5 minutes, and I had to sit down. That was it. I was done. The next day, I didn't ride the bike, but I went to see Tom at Fit for Life, and that day we did about 30 minutes of lifting. I got into a pace. He slowed it down, but I think that night going to do
show?
comedy
Yeah.
and then Tom, and then I think it just put me on a different planet.
All right, so, I know you don't fully know what it was, and I know you said like you're gonna respect the flu and stuff. Are you making like any other changes?
I got to do a lot of changes. I got to lose some more weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to drop some more pounds.
And like what?
Just for me. The doctor didn't say nothing. I just
Right.
want to do it.
And you did a test on your lungs, and you're waiting to see how that comes back.
Yeah, I got to wait to see it. Now they made an appointment with the lung doctor. I'm going to do another sleep apnea test. You can do them at home now.
Oh, nice.
So you don't have to go down there. It's a bunch of wires. You know.
Have you seen the one where they can implant it in you?
Yeah, but that's if you have like light sleep apnea. Fat fucks like us, that little device ain't gonna work. That's by the way they get you to call them up.
Really?
Yeah, and then you call down there and they're like, nah, that's for people who are normal human beings, not fucking gorillas like you two.
Right. Dude, before I lost the weight, I for sure had it. I never got the test, but I'd wake up
that
choking.
night on the Stitch when you were fucking blinking and shit.
Well, yeah, I was 300 pounds.
Yeah, no shit.
But yeah, it was. I'm happy you're out, dude. That was.
Dog, I'm happy that I had the fucking balls to stay in there for 5 days and take care of it and just put it to bed. I mean, I'm not out of the fucking woods, but I feel great. I'm optimistic.
You
I
can
got
walk.
you motherfuckers. I'm walking. Well, on the walk down here, it was strange. But again, once that cold air, that shit fucks with you any way you put it.
Oh.
Never mind if you have whatever the fuck I'm going on. But you just try to be healthier and better. I'm going to be 62 next month. We never thought we'd make it to 62. Are you fucking serious? You really think I was thinking about, I can't wait to retire? I never said that in my life. What retire? I thought they were, so I'm fortunate about that. I still get to do the podcast with you guys. I still get to do a little comedy. I'm not looking at taking over the world. I just don't want to be fucking bored. I want to keep my mind cracking. You sit at home, nothing's going to happen.
Right.
Nothing's going to happen in your life if you sit at home. I'm not looking for something to happen, but I'm not going to sit at home either. I ain't no punk bitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no punk bitch. You can't go out that way.
Did it make you, like the fact that, I know you could have left the hospital, but like waiting for them to give you, like, did that make you want to do stuff? Like because like that I thought would have been the hardest part for you. Because you gave me shit in LA about watching football for 8 hours. To be in there from whatever it was, Thursday to Tuesday, that's a long time to watch TV and do nothing. I don't think you've ever done that.
Listen, before I went into that hospital, I packed a computer. I downloaded TV apps, which I didn't really use. I watched The Wire, maybe 2 episodes. I brought a book that I wanted to read. I brought another backup book that I read about 3 chapters. I wrote a little bit in the hospital, just on how I was feeling every day. And that made it a lot easier to sit there. Listen, guys, I knew I had to sit there. And what really fucked me up was my wife brought my daughter on Friday. I had both IVs in my arm. So I put a hooded sweatshirt on while she was there so she wouldn't see the IVs. Well, the fucking nurse came in to get my blood pressure, and I had to take that fucking thing out. She didn't want to come see me Saturday, and she didn't want to come see me on Sunday, and I got it. I got home Tuesday. I went to her game Tuesday, and usually after every game, me and her drive home together because my wife's got to put the balls away and a bunch of shit. She got in the car with me yesterday. Within 5 minutes, she was crying.
Oh, damn.
She was happy I was at the game. And within 5 minutes, she was crying. And she told me she had a shitty weekend, that she had to, it was just, I put everybody in a bad position. I put you guys, my wife, my daughter, I didn't go to her recital Thursday night. So I could see how much it affected her last night and this morning.
Right.
Last night, she was really, we got home, we spoke, and then I met her upstairs like at 9, and I made a banana milkshake for her, the way my godfather used to make for me, and she was bullshitting with me, and I could tell she was upset.
Well, and like, obviously, thank God you're okay.
But she didn't say nothing to my wife.
Right.
My wife's like, she didn't say nothing. She played it off. Mm-hmm. She's one of those motherfuckers. Like, she knew about my daughter. She knew about my older daughter. She told me since she's 5, I knew I had a sister. She didn't tell me till last fucking year.
Wow.
6 years she held it in. So I got to talk to her about that shit.
But did it? And like, it wasn't, thank God, that serious. But like, you lost your mom around the age she is now. Like,
No. She's 12.
Right, you were
16.
13. Oh, you were 16. I'm sorry, I thought you were 13. But even still, like, did that go into your head at all? Like,
No.
no?
No. I don't ever want that to go in my head. First off, that's the only deal I got. If anybody wants me, whoever it is, Satan, the Lord Jesus, just let me see her graduate high school.
Okay.
She'll be fundamentally sound by 18. You understand. You know, you understand what's going on. She's got other people around her. She's got uncles now. It's not how I was left in the woods. It's completely different. So it's a different age. She knew I was old. My mom dropped dead at 48. Not that she was fucking married Tyler Moore and she was in good shape. It was a different time. Women smoked. Women drank, you know, whatever. They ate. She was on Burger Line Avenue. What the fuck do you expect? But no, that didn't enter my mind at all.
Okay.
Because I don't, you know, I'm not going out like no punk bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you again. I ain't got no time for these hoes. And I'm not going out like one of these punk bitches, so.
I love it. I'm happy you're good, dude.
No, I'm good, and we'll, listen, man, we had some complications the month of January, but we're coming back stronger than ever in February. We got a great guest next week. We got shit crack-a-lackin'. Just give us time. You know, this set us all back. You guys know I love you. I don't know about the Jersey City date. Philadelphia's still on for the 15th. It's sold out. May, Labor Day is sold out. I got ticket information for March for the New Jersey Festival. I just got the email today. But I'll fill you guys in time. Enjoy your fucking January. Enjoy the new president. Enjoy the new year. Enjoy yourselves. And we'll be back Tuesday morning, the 28th. Tip top Magoo. Love you. Say something, Lee.
I love you guys.
All right, stay black. Uncle Joey here from Magic Spoon. Listen, if you're an adult but you still want to eat like a kid, Magic Spoon is a total game changer. Magic Spoon cereal tastes just like your old favorites, but with a lot of protein and without the sugar. So Magic Spoon actually fills you up with nostalgic flavors like cocoa, cinnamon roll, and birthday cake. It's got 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of net carbs. Listen, you know me, I like the cocoa flavor. It's chocolatey, it's got some kick to it, and I have it with 2 eggs. So the 14 and the 2 eggs at 7, that's 28. So listen, Magic Spoon has on-the-go treats that taste just like classic cereal bars, so you can snack whatever you want. Do yourself a favor. Get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/church, CHURCH. Or look for Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery. That's magicspoon.com/church for $5 off. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here. Listen, you want to start off 2025 with a bang? Get yourself some Blue Chew and start having sex. Dun, 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 dun. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection enhancers help men get stronger, harder, and longer lasting. That's right. I said erection enhancers. Are you kidding me or what? It's easy and all done online. Just sign up at BlueChew.com, consult your licensed medical provider, and once you're approved, forget about it. You'll get your prescription in days. Even the mailman don't know what he's delivering. And wait till you put that in your wallet. You're out lurking one night, walking your little ugly dog, and you bump into one of these hot chicks that's a sucker for ugly dogs and uglier men. You know what I'm saying? These tablets are made in the USA, and you can take them literally anytime you're ready to get down and dirty. Ooh, kick off a brand new year with the best sex you've ever had. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at Blue Chew. Listen, even if you don't need Blue Chew, you need it. It's that thing you don't need till you need it. You know what I'm saying? And we got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring our podcast.